next exciting episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
DS9 Season 3. And so far in DS9, we've had some pretty good episodes. You see, the S and A tiers are filling up quite nicely, and while there are a couple episodes in B tier, there aren't that many episodes in C, D, and F tiers. And DS9 Season 3 is a great season. You got some great episodes, you got some not so great episodes thrown in there. But also a nice wide variety of episodes. There's some family episodes, there's even the occasional Dax episode, you got political intrigue going on, and more, DS9 is finding its footing. So let's jump right into DS9 Season 3. The Search Part 1 and 2. So after Jake Sisko's science project kicked off the Dominion War, basically, you have a little more expansion of who the Dominion are. They kind of tease you a little bit with it being the Vorta that are in charge of it. But then Odo finds out who his people are, and they're also changelings, and it turns out they're the founders. They run the Dominion. It's a pretty solid Odo character building episode, well, two-parter. Because he sees who his people are, and so long he wanted to find out where he came from, and if there's anyone else like him, and it turns out, yeah, they're not so great, and they're kind of hell-bent on taking over everything. So, as much as it pains Odo to reject his people, he still has his strong sense of morality, and he's gonna stick to what he knows is right. Not a bad two-parter. I think it probably qualifies for A tier. I think I'll put it a little under the Jem'Hadar, because I think I like the Jem'Hadar a little bit better as an episode. But The Search is pretty good. It satisfactorily continues the story started at the end of Season 2. House of Quark. Quark gets a hot Klingon wife.
You are husband and wife.
House of Quark's got this nice little Klingon political intrigue going on, but it's also a fun Ferengi episode, and considering Klingons and Ferengis don't like each other, the fact you have both of them working so well in this episode, with the comedy and also the political intrigue, it's a solid episode. I'm gonna call it A tier. I'm gonna call it better than Progress, because it's a fun little episode. Equilibrium.
A nightmare is taking possession of her soul.
Who are you? I know people aren't too crazy about the episode. I mildly enjoy it, just because it's a Jadzia episode. And I know a lot of people don't like the Dax episodes in DS9, especially early DS9. But I kind of like them. They're not the most interesting, but I like it, because I like Jadzia. But where would I put it? I'd call it a B tier episode. I'll say it's better than... It's probably better than Babel. Or Babel. Second Skin, that is an S tier episode. I don't remember where I put Second Skin in my top 10 DS9 episodes list, but I think I'm gonna put it above... I think I'm gonna put it above Cardassians. Major props to Major Kira actress Nana Visitor. I know she suffered from claustrophobia while filming this episode. She didn't like having the Cardassian makeup on, but this is a really good episode, and she did a wonderful job.
Bajoran leader or Cardassian spy?
You have some really good Garrick moments in the episode, like when he sneaks the Defiant into Cardassian territory.
Not Coberians.
Very observant of you. It was just something I overheard while I was hemming someone's trousers.
Oh, and it introduces to Kenny Gamore, and he's such a likable guy. He just wants his daughter back, and he develops this father-daughter relationship with Kira, even though she doesn't initially want anything to do with him, but she does see him, that he's a good guy, and he is a good guy. But the second episode he appears in kind of wrecks his character a little bit. I still like the character, but yeah, I kind of wish the second episode he appears in later in the show was a bit better. But anyways, Second Skin, great episode, definitely S tier. The Abandoned, that's with the Jem'Hadar baby that grows up, he gets attached to Odo, and then he starts going berserk on the station, and they can't keep him on the station. It's not an episode that really jumps out at me as being a great episode. It's not bad. I don't really have a problem watching it, but it's an episode I could just easily skip as well. It's probably more of a B tier episode. I'll say it's probably better than the alternate. I certainly remember the abandoned more than I remember the alternate, but yeah, I could do without it, but it's not bad. Civil Defense is a fun episode. I know with DS9 and Star Trek in general, they try to explore a concept that's integral to the human experience, and they try to say something great and profound, but Civil Defense is just a fun episode. Ducat's program that he left in there takes over the station. They accidentally trigger it. They're trying to get the station back under control. Ducat comes in, and he's all cocky, like, oh yeah, it's not attacking me. But then he ends up getting caught in it. You have some great Garrick sass.
She's much too busy trying to save this station to be impressed with your incessant posturing.
Garrick!
Yeah, we really needed to see more Ducat and Garrick just for those sassy moments. But yeah, it's not trying to say anything profound, it's just a fun episode and I really enjoy it. I'm gonna go as far as to call it an S tier episode. I probably like it a little bit more than Profit and Loss. Fun little episode. Oh, Meridian. Planet Brigadoon, and Jadzia's about to leave her life for a guy she's known for like 3 days, if that long. Then you also have that really creepy subplot with Quark, and yeah, I don't even feel like talking about that. It just really creeps me out. We do get that moment with Quark's head on Major Kira's body.
I've been waiting for you.
But yeah, this is not a good episode. I would consider it one of DS9's worst. It's going in F tier. I'd say it's even worse than the Mirror Universe episodes. At the very least, the Mirror Universe episodes has its fans, but Meridian's just a bad episode. Defiant, the one with Riker, except it's not Riker, it's Tom Riker.
Has he become the galaxy's deadliest enemy? The ship was built to fight.
And what the hell, Kira? You're getting involved with Tom Riker when you're dating Bareil? What's wrong with you, girl? For an episode that has Riker in it, and the fact that I'm also a TNG fan, this episode was kind of a letdown for me. I was expecting more from it. I certainly didn't expect Tom Riker in it, and that was kind of disappointing. I actually wanted Will Riker in this episode. Basically, you'd have to rewrite the whole episode because Will Riker never joined the Maquis, and apparently Tom did. But it's a pretty meh episode. I don't think it qualifies for C tier, but it's probably a low B tier. It's probably better than the Abandoned, and I almost put it above Paradise, but Paradise has that ranting quality for me that I kind of have fun with that episode just because I could rant about it. Defiant's just an episode that happens, and that's about it. Fascination. It's another Waxana episode, and I'm sorry, I am not a big fan of the Waxana episodes on DS9. I thought her appearances in TNG were a lot better and a lot funner. This is just, she has a mild case of the flu and projects all her emotions onto everybody else, and everybody gets all sexy for each other.
I need you, Keiko.
We also get that nice foreshadowing of the Major Kira pregnancy. Yeah, look up the real life story with that. You know, and this episode's the second to last appearance of Bareil in the show, and he doesn't do anything profound. He's more goofy than anything else.
Don't! Meridian, listen to me. I'll fight for her if I have to.
Yeah, this episode falls flat for me. I'm gonna call it a C tier episode. It's probably better than Dramata's Persona. Yeah, and this episode probably has its moments, but it's not very good. I don't mind skipping it. Past Tense Parts 1 and 2. It takes place in 2024 and already it's dated.
What year is this?
Same year as it was yesterday, 2024.
Not a bad set of episodes, but I don't really go out of my way to watch it, to be honest. We do get this great little line, though.
But you get on my nerves, and I don't like your hat.
It's probably a B tier episode for me. It's better, definitely better than Defiant. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's better than Defiant for me. like I said, I'll acknowledge it's a good two-parter. I'm just not crazy about it. Life support. I have a video about this with one of my Trek theories. And I do think Kai Wynn had Bareil killed. Everybody walked off that shuttle except for Bareil. I'd say Life Support is probably a B-tier episode. I'd say it's probably better than Tribunal. It's a bit depressing, but it's not a badly executed episode. And it certainly has that ranting quality for me because, again, Kai Wynn had Bareil killed.
Bareil.
Heart of Stone. We have some really good moments from Odo in that episode. And Rene Auberjonois does a great job with those moments.
Because
I'm in love with you.
Also a little jarring that you have Odo confessing his love to Kira like one episode after she lost her boyfriend. Writers, did you expect us to forget about Bareil that quickly? We also have the start of Nog wanting to enter Starfleet, and he's got some really good moments with Sisko in that episode. Of course, Sisko practically scares the crap out of him.
then what do you care about? Come on, Nog, tell me.
Because I don't want to end up like my father!
I'm gonna call this a high B-tier episode. I'd probably put it under Life Support. It's not bad, and again, Rene Auberjonois has some great moments in it, but yeah, I think I like it a little less than Life Support. Not because Odo confessed his love for Kira an episode after she lost her boyfriend. It's just my gut feeling on this one. Destiny. That's the one with the Bajoran Vedic who doesn't want Sisko to work with the 3 Cardassian scientists. And he was also Daniel Jackson's father-in-law in Stargate. It's not an episode I go out of my way to watch, but it's not a bad episode, and I feel like there are episodes of DS9 like that where, yeah, I don't mind skipping it, but if it's on, I don't mind watching it either. I'd probably call it a B-tier episode. I'd say it's probably better than Dax. Yeah, let's go with that. Profit Motive. That's the episode where the prophets alter Grand Nagus Zek so he's all generous and being very anti-Ferengi, and it freaks Quark out so much he actually goes into the wormhole to talk to the prophets to tell them cut it out. Just remember, kids, the prophets were willing to talk to Zek and Quark, but not Kai Wynn. Also, we get those delightfully cheesy 90s special effects in this episode, and that's always a winner for me. But yeah, I'm gonna call Profit Motive like a low A-tier episode. It's pretty good. It's a Ferengi episode, but DS9 Ferengi episodes are good. I'm gonna say it's probably better than Shadowplay. No, maybe The Collaborator? Yeah, let's go with better than The Collaborator. Oh, Visionary. I feel the same way about Visionary as I do with Whispers. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Chief O'Brien and all, but I don't know, those episodes that focus on him where it's kind of like a thriller, just, they don't do anything for me. I'd probably put it in D tier along with Whispers. Maybe Visionary's a little bit better. No. I'm gonna put Visionary below Whispers, and I have a reason why. So by the end of Visionary, Chief O'Brien is basically replaced with a version of himself from 3 hours into the past. And I hate when Star Trek does that, when they replace characters with basically a copy of themselves. Like, it's not the original Chief O'Brien we're watching, it's another version of him. Voyager did the same thing with Harry Kim, and I didn't like when they did it there either. So, yeah, just for that, it's D tier. And it's below Whispers. Distant Voices. That's another episode I'm not crazy about, but I do use clips from that episode whenever I have a birthday. I mean, it's an okay episode, but again, it's not one that I go out of my way to watch a whole lot. I'll say it's a C tier episode. I think it's better than Melora. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it's better than Melora. Alright, Through the Looking Glass. Again, it's Mirror Universe, so F tier. I'm pretty sure that's Sisko going into the Mirror Universe and doing stuff, and He has a thing with Jadzia in the mirror universe, and that's gotta be really weird when he goes back to the regular universe. I've said it before, I do not like mirror universe episodes. Practically all of them are getting chucked into F tier. Improbable Cause and The Die Is Cast. I'm gonna go ahead right now and say those are S tier. I'll probably put it better than Civil Defense. We see how much Garrick wants to return home, and he's willing to do some really crappy stuff in order to do it, and he's not unlike Odo in that way, and then certainly Garrick and Odo spend a lot of time together in these episodes. But yeah, in a way, it's how they learn to relate to each other, and by the end, there is kind of a little bit of a friendship growing between those two. It's not a really big friendship in the show, but there is a little bit of a rapport going on there between those two. And it works. It works really well. Explorers is a fun Ben and Jake episode. They have a lot of father-son time in this episode.
Sisko embarks on a mythical voyage.
According to legend, the ancient Bajorans used ships like these to explore their star system.
It might not be the most exciting episode, but it's a nice father-son episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it an A tier episode. Maybe it's better than Shadowplay. Let's go with that. Family Business. The first appearance of Quark and Rom's mother. Moogie! So we have the first Moogie in Family Business, played by Andrea Martin. The second one was played by Cecily Adams in the episode Ferengi Love Songs, which I think is in season 4? Part of me prefers Andrea Martin's Moogie. There's like an earnestness about her performance that I really like. Cecily Adams, I think, plays more for the comedy, but I do like Andrea Martin's portrayal of Moogie.
Rom knows them just as well as I do.
But you understand them.
Let's see, do I put Family Business in A tier or S tier? Because it is a really good episode.
The best.
I think I'm gonna call it a low S tier episode. It's a good episode. Ah yes, Shakaar, the one that introduced Kira's second boyfriend. He was also Ronan the Candle Ghost that dated Beverly Crusher in TNG, but it just goes to show you that even if you're a Candle Ghost, you too can become First Minister of Bajor eventually. I really enjoy the episode Shakaar, and I think it's the only good episode with Shakaar in it. The other two episodes just aren't very good, and it's a shame what ended up becoming of the character, because he was really good in this episode. I was all for the character in this episode. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it an A tier episode. It's probably better than The Collaborator. I know The Collaborator's a Bareil episode, and I like Bareil better than Shakaar, but Shakaar's probably a better episode. Facets. I just watched this episode not that long ago. So this is Jadzia talking to all her previous hosts from the Dax Symbiont. The big focus is on Curzon, who's temporarily using Odo's body to talk to Jadzia. We also have Sisko give a performance as Duran, the crazy host, and it was a scene so creepy that they had Avery Brooks refilm it because it was too creepy the first time. It's not the greatest episode, and it's certainly not exciting like some of the other DS9 episodes, but I don't mind Facets. It's probably not an A tier episode. I'd say it's pretty firmly in the B tier territory. I'm gonna call it better than... I got all the Dax episodes together. More stuff happens in Equilibrium. I think I'm gonna put it under Equilibrium. The season finale, The Adversary. There's a changeling on board. Nobody knows who it is. It could be anyone on board, so everybody gets a little paranoid about each other. Then partway through the episode, they introduce the blood tests, which have been proven throughout the entire show to not be accurate at all. I swear, every time there's a changeling blood test in this show, the changelings always manage to beat it, which not very effective at all. You know what they really should have done? They should have just been like, alright everybody, there's a changeling on board and we don't know where it is. You all know what to do. Everyone, pick a booger, put it on the table. That's how you catch a changeling. You just have everybody put a booger on the table, because blood tests clearly don't work. you might as well try the booger test.
The war has just begun.
I think for me, I'm gonna call it a high B tier episode. I'll say it's better than In the Hands of the Prophets. It's a solid episode. I just don't think I would necessarily call it like an A tier episode, but it's pretty alright. And again with Season 3, we're seeing a lot of S, A, and B tier episodes and very limited C, D, and F tiers. I would say up to this point in the show, DS9 is faring very well. I think it's faring a lot better than TNG has through Season 3. And a lot of people agree that Season 4 is where DS9 found its footing, so we're gonna see those upper tiers grow even more. So tune in for next time as I talk about some more great DS9 episodes. As always, thanks for tuning in to another Star Trek Tiermaker video. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends! Until next time,
The best.